Hi guys, thank you for clicking in and thank you for choosing to come back and watch my video. Yeah, my name is Mercy. My channel name is Mercy's Empire. Today is another different video where my grandmother had passed on, and this is a day where we were doing a farewell. Kindly watch till the end.
Kasi yenu hapa duniani namtaka kwenda mbinguni, kuvalishwa taji la uzima. Nasenipo mukimaliza kasi yenu hapa duniani namtaka kwenda mbinguni, kuvalishwa taji la uzima. Mama wetu kwenda mbinguni, kuvalishwe taji la uzima. Mama amemaliza kazi yake hapa duniani, kwenda mbinguni, kuvalishwe taji la uzima. Na wamama mkimaliza kazi yenu hapa duniani, namtaka kwenda mbinguni, kuvalishwe taji la uzima. Mama wetu amemaliza kazi yake hapa duniani, nataka kwenda mbinguni, avalishwe taji la uzima.
Basi, kwa mimi na huyu kwa yale kuna zote Daniel anakuja. Basi mama mko mjaga kujita kuone jange kujoni we moja la jamisi amaja muwale kugwini amaja le mama lenyu kugwini kugimi tulga jele utungu nyemani
Mentorship. And we are a product of mentorship of our group. Who mentored Geoffrey, who mentored Isirugut, whom I stayed with a bit in Nairobi. And I'm happy I can see a lot of them. We are in a group, and in that group we discuss how we need to hold each other's hands. I came here in 1986. Awangalek chigimo kujota chigigo enebela na sabayo ning Nairobi ago inguno. Kunguno gelen gongoi missing in jitugul. Neganyo ako nameje ut. Gelen gongoi missing. Thank you so much.
Idigo MC Africa mzima.
Thank you for the opportunity. On behalf of the grandchildren, we're all cousins, as you can see us here. Finding it very difficult to find words to describe an incredible grandmother. We are very lucky, very privileged to have had her in our lives. As you see us here, in our early days, in the early 90s, we used to meet at our grandmother's during the holidays. And one of my early experiences was when we were displaced due to political violence, post-election political violence in Cherebel, and we had to walk through this forest. So we found ourselves here, and our cousins from Eldoret, And we had really a good time despite what was happening in the country. And during those days, yeah, Uncle has just reminded me that Gogo used to cook 2 packets of chapatis, and we want to pass our very special appreciation to Auntie Joycelyn. I think she was Gogo's toilet, so she suffered because of our noise. You know, they had to wash our clothes. We have no idea how our clothes were being washed. And I don't think they were nannies those days. But we were clean, we were well fed. We learned to eat kimiet, nemekache pure, they to African cake. There was no bread. Japan was very marginalized those days. I remember because of climate change, in the early 90s, there used to be monkeys in Porot or something like that. Poroitic. Yeah. And you'd wake up in the morning and you'd wake up to these nice songs and the monkeys. We hiked these mountains. You see these hills? Tunajua hizo vichochoro. And it's because of the love of our grandmother. Our grandmother never missed our birthdays, any wedding, even in our later days. Our grandmother was present. Our grandmother was present during our graduation. She inspired a lot of hope, a lot of wisdom on us. She was very clear about breaking the glass ceiling. She whipped her children into character, you know. Kiangalia wanane, character yao iko straight. And that formed the foundation for all of us. So we're truly grateful because that foundation is what has held us together as a family. We are united. We are very focused. And as you have had her grandchildren, the impact is across the globe. Whether we're talking about USA, whether we're talking about Germany, whether we're talking about USA. So we're truly lucky. We are grateful for our grandmother. May the Lord rest her in peace. She has lived a truly remarkable life, and we're really, truly blessed. Thank you very much.
Poli. Ingawa hayuko na sisi, najua ile upendo ambao Boroko family. Tumekuja na some family members. Wapi Priska? Tiruto? Nyele? Kwa? Let's come. So on behalf of the entire family of Bagamorogo, we're going to take time to go with William Suway. I'm going to go to losing our mother. Kita start on me to Bagamorogo. Despite what happened, I'm going to taking Gibor in Gamorogo, a guy. Kimejenge kiyogo ngomisi ngamuini kinganyo na wataso in Pauline nilikuwa hapa sana ule nyara Moroko hii kamion lakini kibo kamion hapo ngete hapo kile kibill this family so ameje awe kiyogo jo ngomisi ngamu the mentorship ni ugole so my 2 sons ngoba se Alvin akano ngomi jamani wale mucha missing kwa mwenye kwa bwana lakini ingine nguna mu because of the flights and the challenges kwa bwana inyonde kipe maybe on 20
Hello, Moroko here.
Yes.
On behalf of my family, my dad, Ezekiel, my brother Arnold, Dagsema Pole, to the entire community of Kibin, and Dagsema Santi to my aunties, my uncles and cousins for being there for Gogo. We will cherish her times we spent together with her as a family. It really meant a lot being with her. Dagsema to let her legacy live on. Yeah, what's in Gogo?
Solen my sisters, my so meja ke ke mo ko ni sun jo ba ngel mai she ko mu aje ga to ko gi mentally so Geoffrey and your team, your brothers and your sisters ke meja ke le ya mo ke sun ai meja ko sta jam ya no to between your family Gamoro. testai especially my children. I think you took care of them, and they know. Over missing, over road.
MC grandchildren wanataka kuimba. Wakati huo Isaac Masai, Joseph Maritim, and kindly come and take a minute each. Muimbe. Speed. David. And then lastly, Beverly ataongea kwa niaba ya siblings.
What a fellowship, what a joy divine, leaning on the everlasting arms. What a blessedness, what a peace is mine, leaning on the everlasting arms. Now I'm leaning, found secure from all alarm. Leaning, oh I'm leaning, yes I'm leaning on the everlasting. Now sing, oh how sweet to walk in this pilgrim way, leaning on the everlasting. And now, oh how bright the path from the day to day, leaning on the everlasting. Yes, I am leaning, yes, I'm leaning. Oh, I'm safe and secure from all out. Yes, I'm leaning, sing I'm leaning. Oh, now leaning on the everlasting. Now sing, what have I to dread? What have I to fear? Leaning on the everlasting hand. I have peace complete with my lost soul. Leaning on the everlasting. Let's sing all of us together that chorus. Now I'm leaning. Oh, I'm leaning. Oh, I'm safe and secure from all that. Yes, I'm leaning. Yes, I am leaning on the everlasting. One more time, yes, I'm leaning. Yes, I am leaning, safe and secure from all that. Yes, I'm leaning. Yes, I'm leaning. Oh, I'm leaning on the everlasting.
Yung mama ni kutono ni kabisa gogi go wa kana nota ko discipline area ne gorom ne ingi tango ko to alin ngolen ko ka kigilen kabire anangalia ka kinetishe konete jas ko noto kelen ngongoi baisho noto tugul kongoi mama nenyo baisho ni kikwaiwech alejini je kitupche ongetonon kibagenge ongekonyitgei heshima nebo meto gogo na nacham koborwech kotonon kou noto mager ale ngotitonon chito kone nekemasin si maste iger kemasin ngosom notok keku kibagenge kingomong gogo sipitali komwoiwo ngoliot agenge kobun theater akas ngoliondonotok akotebe sobondanyu kobenyi ngemi kapchori komwoiwo ngoliondonotok kora alen ongekonyitgei atonon ane ngoliondonotok nebo chomyet ngechomye magere komi kiy nekemaitos ing yu nebo gogo tuguchu tugul ko kikonu Mungu. Ngot komite ki keng'alale kalyet ak kepchee kalyet, noto nosome kabisa. Angen ale woi anwache ketupche kou notok amu kikinetak kioekitu kotilyanutik chekimite tugul. Abwati ale makisirok, makiutyenok, kitesetai kikimiti kou notok. Mamache ates kochang'a mising amu ngap kotokonyikis muguleldo, matin kakoet chito komaistogei eng muguleldab chito, kotoi kase kotoi konyikis muguleldo kora. Alechini ane mama nenyonet kwane tala nguruto nekararan, uyo kokas iman amu cham keruitosi nekit kila ngaitu kerue tuwai. Komi betut matin komang'alali, ko ngap kosis ngemi kemboi koseren, oi Jesu ikas ile katokong'alali gogo. Nguno gogo kosmanda chi kocham kechome kelen makase ako kakase ng'alek lakini mamwoe. Ko chito nekakoigei notok komeche onetkei biik alake ong'ololi ng'alek chekororonen. Kongoi ing kamatisiekchok, angen ale kiotononse tugul, chito nekimia gogo ko kiribo gogo, chekitupche tugul ko kiigei notok. Ko chito nekitinye ng'alek komainyegei, lakini gogo nenyonet alen ane kiribok akoi betunyi. Ko ngowendi gogo mami gaa, lakini alechini Mungu kongoi amu kokowekwo kotaitu kotinye akonor mama nenyu. Kingami bitonin komi biik chekimwa mutyo cheboto Moses Bitok. Moses Bitok kocham ko chorwenyi, cham ngonyo komeche nyokokat gogo. Kotebe gogo akine Moses Bitok, Moses Bitok. Ko kimwa bichoto tugul ak kaniset nemitei nebo Moses Bitok ko kile mutyo mising. Ara awendi atare alen koberurei Mungu tugul. Amache asomchi mi lagokab Rael yo mama, asomchi Viola komwa ng'olyo lakini yaba nenywa akichek.
Meanwhile, Mary ambaye amekuwa na Margaret kama huko
by her parents because she was an only child and she needed to be immersed in a family where she would get challenged. So this new environment provided Gogo with a nurturing and a lively upbringing. She was raised alongside Nurse Rael Boyd, PC Paul Boyd, PS Silas Boyd, Dorcas Boyd, who is the first Nandi woman to earn a degree, Police Officer David Boyd, and Emily Chelel, who is the mother of Advocate Wilson Kalia, as well as members of the Boyd family. So her deep nurturing nature and warm spirit made her a very beloved figure in her extended family and the larger community. So over the years also, Gogo lived in various places. She lived in Sangalo. She also lived again in Cherebel and also Kebel, where I think now she resided until her last days. In all these places, Gogo established very deep and meaningful connections. And also she had a very kind reputation for being a person who is kind and open-hearted in nature. Gogo, I think during her life, and I witnessed this, she was able to host internally displaced persons, forest evictees from the Lengut. And even in 1992, there's a family that we hosted, Gogo hosted. There was a small house, but took in a lot of people who needed help. So that shows the spirit of Gogo as a very nurturing person. Again, as I said, our Gogo was very well exposed, not only across the country, but also outside this country. So she also had the privilege of visiting Iowa in USA, where she also helped to raise Riziki, who is actually her grandchild. So she was known as social, an amicable figure. Gogo forged meaningful relationships across multiple communities. Her warm spirit, friendly demeanor, allowed her to maintain a strong ties and selfless commitment to people, and this of course has left a very lasting impression not only on her community but among her peers and beyond. Our grandmother was very clean. If you visited her house, you know she was very clean. She was a disciplinarian, and she was very, very prayerful. She was also very talented. She taught most of us how to knit, and her children also know how to knit. So beyond just the normal life skills, the normal education, she passed over talent. Our grandmother also was an opinion leader who was sought after on various things, not only church, but also in political processes. She could influence who she wanted to become a leader, and I know she was really a passionate supporter of KANU. Yeah, the reason I know is in one of those early days in 1997, I think there was a long-serving MP called Henry Kosgei, and there was someone by called Lagat, and we had a house, in our house, in one of the, attacked a vehicle that was in the compound, and Gogo went out bravely and called out those people, and she told them if they wanted to engage on politics, they should do it on an issue-based basis, but not violence. And that's the kind of politics that we need. So Gogo was very clear about who she wanted as a leader. Even in terms of the choices of the people she put forward for different leadership positions, Gogo was very clear, and those people did very well. So Gogo was very educated. Her journey began again, as I mentioned, at St. Peter's Clever in Nairobi. And subsequently, I think Gogo also went and learned in different places, including Tulele. What is interesting about Gogo, because she was born in 1935, you can imagine she attended Kapsabet Girls, which is an equivalent to today's national school. So she was really educated, and during her school years, she forged very meaningful relationships, including Wilson Barno, Beverly Misoi, Kogotim Naruto, Rosa Murgor, and Rael Taruru. So Gogo was also lucky to be taught by, educational stalwarts like Mr. Edward Gray, who apparently I think was later poached to Alliance High School, which is a national school in Kenya. So Gogo was very educated. She managed her farm. She raised her 9 kids. So she could do the maths and calculate and know that she needed to pay and feed 9 mouths. So I'm truly proud of her because of that. So let's look at Gogo's marriage life. So Gogo was married. He met a very handsome man. He was called the late Benjamin Kipeching Tobaragoi. We never got the opportunity to see him, but we see him through his sons. I think he looks like one of them. They're very handsome. So they got married on May 20th, 1954. So again, Gogo sets the trend here. They had a church wedding that was cherished and officiated by Reverend S.K. Kipnigei, with Job Arap Birech and Stanley Birech standing as witness. And I think subsequently all our children married following the same route, and even us as children, we followed the same route. So the two decided they were going to have 9 children, and God had their prayers. We could not have asked for more. As a woman, I know that it's very difficult to even give birth to one child. So those are 9. And we would not have asked for less, because we are truly blessed to have our parents, our aunties, and our uncles. And these children are Beverly Mirotsi, Geoffrey Leting, Roslyn Kemboy, Sally Masai, the late Pauline Morogo, Wesley Leting, Reynolds Leting, Helen Limo, and last but not least, Jocelyn Maritim. So throughout her life, also Gogo welcomed several son-in-laws. Actually, all her children are married and have married. So we have the late Ezekiel Miotsi, Bishop Nelson Kimboy, Isaac Masai, Ezekiel Morogo, David Limo, and Joseph Maritim, as well as daughters-in-law, and these are the lovely Lydia Leting, Jen Leting, and Cecilia Leting. And because of that expansion, they married, and then there's us, the grandchildren, and we are so many, so we're just going to elect just a few of them. So there's Nancy, there's Nelly, there's Willie, the late John, the late Susan, the late Dina, Josephine, Frank, Wycliffe, Cherono, Kipkemboy, Merab, Salmon, Roy, Alan, Melvin, Chelimo, Chumba, Ada, Faith, Nathan, Chiri, Nefat, Kibrono, Joy, Chebungei, Kirwa, Laura, Becky, Lekogelux, etc. Gogo's legacy extends further beyond just the grandchildren to the great-grandchildren. And there are quite a number as well. There's Riziki, there's Aiden, there's Tendai, there's Ariel, Mahalia, Nicole, Liam, Phil, Amani, Manu, Talia, Gadiel, Andrew, Kai, Ken, Tom, Anne, Rikastalin, Latifa, Miguel, Kezia, Drake, Harriet, Marvin, Irene, Kevin, Clyde, Herbert, Victor, Junior, Rainbow, Pendo, Nia, etc. There's still others coming. So in 1974, unfortunately, Gogo was widowed. So she lost her husband, and she's very resilient. So she took up the task in a very challenging and courageous ways, and she raised the 9 children single-handedly. And we know that she also had the support of family. I know that some of our parents were also supported and raised in different homes like the Bores, and we truly appreciate that you gave them that platform so that they could also build their life and their voice. So we are really truly grateful for everyone who lended an hand to Gogo. So Gogo did not opt to marry, she just decided she was going to raise these children, and I think she did a very splendid job. So I'm going to ask Kibet to talk about Gogo's Christian life.
Bwana asifiwe. We have a set record, sijui kama tafikia. Tajaribu. Alright, just to start on my grandmother's Christian life. What the bishop amesema hapa ni kama Gogo alikuwa anaongea. Have faith. Shikilia imani venye Gogo yetu alishikilia imani na kanisa. St. Paul's, Keben, the church, na the community. Tawachia 2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 5. My grandmother had faith in Christ and knew what she wanted and the life she wanted to live. As a community, shikilieni hiyo imani na msimame kwa hiyo imani. Then Gogo was dedicated to Christ and very devout kwa imani yake and his faith and his service to the church as well. She was baptized in December 26, 1946 by Reverend Wildrum in Mombasa, or rather in Nairobi, which was formerly Diocese of Mombasa. And she was named Florence Anna Cheboina. Wengine wetu tumejua jina Florence last week. So tuwe radi. Tunajua tu Gogo na Anna Cheboina. We just learned of this juzi. A spiritual journey continued, and she was confirmed in the Anglican Church. I think ilikuwa CPK, or rather before that nimesikia jina mpya AC. Yeah, we still keep learning. She was confirmed in Kebulonic in June 9, 1950. Over the years, we know Gogo's journey in the church. Mingi imesemwa, Reverend Ufke amesema a lot about it. We've heard how Gogo started a church there, moved somewhere there, and also built the church, St. Paul's, which is now the main mother church, ya nyumbani na ya Gogo as well. She served the Lord diligently, not only hapa nyumbani. Gogo alikaa US, and she also served the Lord in US. In US, Gogo anajulikana kama Gogo Nejame Jesu. Na ako na wimbo yake, sijui nani anatoa kwaya moja hapo. Kidogo tu. Hiyo ya Jame Jesu, something like that. Senge. Hiyo ilikuwa wimbo ya program. Gogo really loved the Lord.
and lived for the Lord. And back in the US, she also influenced the community and the church in the US. And even when health became challenging, I think Auntie Beverly alisema Gogo used to call out on the name of the Lord akilala usiku sometimes. Na alisema mnafikiria asikii lakini anasikia, na asemi lakini she knew her life was well lived and has been well lived. For work life, Gogo wamesema she was educated, and that is why watoto wake pia wana shine. Juu pia walisoma, and everyone can shine. Sio shule tu, janja ya maisha kidogo, ama mchezo wa town. But everyone can shine in each and their own way. But they were brought up in a Christian family. All of them are educated as well, and all of them are working and have worked as well. So Gogo was also a teacher, Kurgung and Kebulionik. Wanamjua vizuri, she was a teacher. Sisi as grandchildren, we were taught a lot through love and also through the stick, na Gogo. So we learned a lot. I think tuko na evidence, witnesses, Rono, Ruto, Roy, we have evidence. Na pia Ankorenos, tunasikia story. Tunasikia. So yeah, she taught us a lot, and her passion for education and community service was evident throughout her life and throughout everything that Gogo was doing. I think the hospital, kuna mali ya maji huku juu, and definitely opening up Keben to what it is today. Not her alone, but also with the assistance of the community as well. Then Gogo was also in public service. She was heading several boards. She was treasurer, wamesema, church, hospital. So there is a lot of things that Gogo influenced. Apart from being a teacher and being a mother and also a grandmother, she did several works in the community. Na pia mmesikia 1981 when people came from Ukundani, somewhere Lengutu Kundani, Gogo hosted them here, and that is part of community service and a legacy that has been left here, and it shows us standing in love, not only for just the immediate family, but also the larger community as well. And then Gogo, health-wise, enjoyed a good health life. Let's be frank, Gogo alichungwa na alijichunga pia. Gogo was pampered na hao watoto wake. Walimdekeza, wacha niseme kwa Kiswahili. Sijui anasema aje kwa Kikale. Kirivat. Exactly, yeah. Gogo was well taken care of. She had good health throughout her life, displaying resilience and fertility. She used to go to church at a very, at an age, as an aged mom and grandma, she used to go to church. And an example is, I used to take Gogo personally for women's camp in Tambach Teachers College. And you know, she was not young. We are talking about less than 10 years ago. I used to take my grandmother to Tambach for her camp, na naenda kumchukua. So that is how she was still strong, and she was still in good strength and in good spirits. In her later years, Gogo developed dementia, and I think due to age, organs started acting up, and complications started arising during her later days. And despite the challenges, her spirit was always unbroken, to be honest. She maintained a positive outlook. She could throw a smile once in a while. She could tell you hi when you greet her once in a while. So she was always still resilient and strong. Her journey concluded at Oak Tree Hospital in Eldoret, and in Eldoret, where she was surrounded by family as well, and love, which she shared amongst us, not only as a family and also as a community. Our grandmother leaves behind a legacy of strength, faith, compassion, and above all, love, and devote to God. That was our grandmother, Anna, and yeah, I think with that, we would say thank you to everyone who's been here for the support and also for your guidance throughout this whole process. It's new to some of us, some of our grandchildren, great-grandchildren, or some of my cousins, but we thank God for the support of the community, the church, and the family at large. Barikiwe.
Bwana akae nanyi.
Pange line, muyuko kwa line. Amuyuko kwa line.
Deborah ni mchumba.
Sasa
Ni wewe.
nasalimiwa na Stacy na amesema pole. Guys, we are going to lay our grandma to rest finally, so we're just walking to her grave. See the houses behind me, the other people are in front, the women from the church, and then the family and the priests. Thank you guys for your wishes. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Yeah. Azunguke. Amna reverse, sindo? Ana reverse.
Dale, no vaya a cobrar yo
Mama wetu amemaliza kazi yake. Mama amemaliza kazi yake hapa duniani. Alishwe taji la uzima na sigila mukimaliza kazi yenu. Avalishwe taji la uzima, maana amemaliza.
Ngoja usifungue. Haya. Na sasa Bwana wetu Yesu Kristo, kwa kuwamo kwao kaburini, umefanya makaburi yote ya waumini kuwa patakatifu. Tuomba mtumishi wako Ana ulale adheni kwa amani na ufufuke pamoja naye kupitia kwa nguvu za Roho Mtakatifu. Amina. Enda chini. Watu ambao tangu sasa wakufa wakiwa wameungana na Bwana, naye Roho asema, naam, watapumzika kutoka taabu zao, maana matunda ya jasho lao yatawafuata. Hivyo basi, tukimwamini Mungu atupaye neema bila kiasi na thawabu ya utakatifu kupitia kwake yeye Yesu Kristo, twakabidhi roho ya huyu dada wetu aliyetuacha katika mikono yake ya milele. Kabichuko.
Hey guys, the burial ended up very well, and I truly appreciate everyone who gave us as a family the condolences, and I truly appreciate. I truly appreciate, guys. I love you all. I don't know what to say, but I love you all. And for those who called me Burundian traveler, Min Hawi, and who was Farmer Isa. Farmer Isa, how are you? I'm fine.
You're doing well.
I'm fine.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to close my video.
Oh, you are doing the videos.
Yeah. Farmer Isa, and that is my auntie. Most of my family, they don't want to be on camera. So Farmer Isa and everyone, guys. Who else? Dorina, guys, go thank Dorina for me. The moment she had my grandma was in the hospital, she just told me that she wants to come to Eldoret. She just told me, and the day that she saw I had posted Granny has passed on, she told me I'm coming. I thought she was joking, but she came. I truly appreciate you guys. Go to her channel, Dorina_Elisha, and say a big thank you. For me to her, guys. I love you guys. I don't know what to say, but yeah, I love you guys. Subscribe, comment, and share, and see you on my next video. Bye-bye. Thank you guys for watching this video till this far, and thank you for being here with us as a family. We truly appreciate your condolences, messages. We ask God to bless you mightily. Thank you so much for watching. See you on my next video.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you but I can't control the pain.